him, follow your dreams. And they say,
Hi, I'm Mike Miller. Hope you're having a great day. Thank you so much for watching The Other Side. I'm really glad to be able to have so many excellent musicians come by and share their life stories, and I'm honored to have Rodger Delany here today. Appreciate you coming down.
Great to be here, Mike.
And so you got started quite a while back playing music when you were a kid and got a guitar and started writing songs and still hanging in there, and you're working on an album now about the loss of your parents, reflecting on the loss of parents. And
Actually, it's a little bit of everything.
yeah.
You know, I started at a young age. I'm one of 9 kids.
Oh, 9.
So I shared a room with 3 other boys.
Really? Yeah.
And one of them had a guitar for a while.
Really?
And then it moved to my side of the room.
Yeah.
And eventually, that was my brother Bruce. Eventually, he went ahead and took me to get a real guitar.
Yeah.
And he took me to get guitar lessons from one of his best friends at the time, this guy Paul Balash, who's a Christian singer. And that's kind of what set off the wanting to play guitar. And then really talented, most talented songwriter I know moved down the street from where I lived.
Really?
And we grew up together, this guy Steve Oakley. And we became songwriters in the band for, like we talked about, for 25, 30 years. Pretty amazing. Somehow I ended up in North Texas.
Yeah. But you were playing at shows when you were about 11 years old?
I'd say, realistically, I really wasn't competent at guitar to play a real big show until I was 13 or 14.
Yeah.
I played big high school shows and stuff like that. But no, we did recitals in Catholic school.
Yeah.
Where we hired a grasshopper. My first song I played in front of people was Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds. One note at a time, no chord, no singing.
That's a beautiful song,
It
though.
is a beautiful song.
Yeah.
My parents want me to play Yesterday, but the cool kid who was this big wanted to play Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds.
Oh, yeah.
So I guess I was rebellious even then to an extent.
Yeah. And then you began to play and you played at, what was it, the Grendel's Lyre in Philadelphia?
Yeah, so I played through high school with gentleman Steve Oakley, who I ended up being in a rock band and a writing partner with for over 25 years. And then once we got out of school, we were looking at the next level, which was to play in the bars. And the day after I graduated high school, we played at a place called the Grendel's Lair on South Street in Philadelphia. Which, for those who watch this from Philly, even now it's not the greatest neighborhood, but back then it was definitely not the neighborhood that a kid should be going to.
Really?
And it was an interesting kind of, I don't know how to describe it, but it was also part theater, part bar, part music venue, and we just happened to get an opening slot for a good band. And that's where all the trouble started. Then I wanted to be a rock star. It was packed, it was crazy, it was fun.
And you were writing songs and doing recordings. You've had a number of releases over the years.
Yeah. So I was always in an original band. Even, I'd say from really just junior or sophomore year of high school on, was always an original band. Even if we did some covers, the bulk of them were originals. Because of that, we got pretty good at it.
Yeah.
And we were able to become more songwriter oriented. It's always been about the songs. It's what keeps you going. That's what you think about at the end of the night when you made $20 and you got to pack your stuff up at 2 in the morning. At least you got to play your songs. And so as such, we got to do, I guess I was 19 when I did the first record.
A vinyl record?
Yeah, first vinyl, yeah, of course vinyl. Then it was a long, long time ago. And the second one was right after that. I guess I was 21 when the second one was done. And then there wasn't another one for a very long time. We ended up just kind of recording demos along the way, and then we named the next record, which then by then were CDs, and we named that Up to Now, because it was a compilation of just material we had recorded along the way.
Yeah.
Which is an interesting way to make a record. No
And
pressure.
Mother Redcap is the name
Yeah.
y'all recorded under?
Yeah, we started out as Rough Mix. The night before we got that first show at Grendel's Lair, we needed a band name, and we ended up with everyone in the basement where we practiced, talking about what should the band name be, and someone said Rough Mix. Well, that became the name, and it stuck for about 10, 15 years until one night Steve came down and said, hey, I think we got to change the name. We're not really playing heavy metal anymore. We got acoustics, we got singing, and
I like that album cover though. That's really.
oh, thank you, thank you. So we were able to put together became Mother Red Cap, and we were able to put together 2 records as Mother Red Cap, and went back and released a bunch of old stuff that was recorded along the way but not released. We recorded that, we released that as Mother Red Cap as well, and it's good stuff. I mean, I love the music.
Those 2 songs I noticed that you had written in 1990 and released them in
Yeah.
about a few years down the road.
Yeah, we released Dirty Water, was recorded in 1990.
Yeah.
With most of the last configuration of Mother Red Cap, which is interesting. But we released it on the 20 years after we recorded it.
Yeah.
On the anniversary of Earth Day.
Really?
Yeah, so we went ahead and did that on the, I don't know if it was the 30th, 40th anniversary of Earth Day. I think it's April 22nd, somewhere in that range.
Yeah.
So that made sense to put out a record about pollution at that time. So it's kind of a balance between, you've heard it, it's a little bit of love, and it's called Dirty Water, Pollution, and it's a great hot track. When we had it remixed, and the key was to be honest to the original mix, which was really heavy, real lots of guitar, a little bit of screaming, but we still had a little acoustic in there.
Really? Yeah.
Steve was always a great acoustic guitar player, so we got to mix that in a lot. Which was
That's
great.
good, yeah.
This is where it starts. It starts on piano or acoustic guitar, which is, the honest part of it.
You play piano too?
Yeah, on my last CD, there were 3 piano songs: "Mischief," "When You're Coming Home," and "Still Love America" were on piano.
And you did those piano tracks?
Yeah, with a real piano. So that record is 100% acoustic. The only electric thing on Moment of Truth is the tuner I used for my guitar.
Yeah.
In between takes. Was the only piece of electric. Everything else is 100% acoustic.
I love the sound of a real piano.
Yeah, we were at Philly Sound Studios, and they had this old piano that was the ugliest piano you've ever seen. And what happened was I said, "What's it sound like?" We went and played it. I said, "It sounded great." It was grossly out of tune. If you hit the sustain pedal, it squeaked. So they brought a piano tech in, and he's literally tuning it. I'm playing while they're getting the mic set up. He's partly out the door, and we start recording Mischief. And that was released as a separate single as well.
Yeah.
It's
Written on a freshly tuned piano.
Yeah, I think Mischief is probably the best song I've ever written. It's co-written by Steve Oakley, but I think it's the best song I ever wrote. And it's on piano on Moment of Truth, which is pretty cool.
That's a good feeling, I know.
Yeah, there's nothing like that sound coming back at you. It's just such an honest way to go.
Do you perform that live sometimes? Or?
Yeah, my first show downtown here, down in
Poor David's?
No, down the first show that I ended up doing in Dallas. I drug a keyboard down there, and I played piano. But before that, we remember Audacity? We used to do the open mic over Audacity. I loved Audacity, by the way.
Yeah.
I drug my my heavy keyboards down there, and I played.
Oh, did you?
I played it there.
Yeah.
It was funny because my wife said, "Wow, we just moved, and it's just like you just picked up where you left off, and we were just playing music." So I wrote it on piano. So to play it on piano was great. So.
Caleb created a good opportunity for a lot of people to have a lot of fun.
Yeah. Caleb, and you gotta love him, Caleb Coonrod.
Caleb Coonrod, yeah.
He is 100%. Well, I would use the word authentic to describe him. My first time I played in Texas was down at Port David's for an open mic 6 years ago, almost to the day. But the first time I played after we moved was at LSA right here in Denton, and Caleb was there, and he asked me to do a show with him down at JJ's on the Square. Right after that, opening for his band Remain.
That's good.
He's a great guy, just awesome. But you know him, so of course you know that.
Which songs are you going to play today?
I'm going to play a Christmas song for you. I wrote, if I had to rank my songs in the best I've ever written them, All Right to Love, Christmas Again is probably the second best song I've ever written. I'll play that first for you. And I think it's timely with the season coming up. Then I'm going to play a song called Black and Blue. It's an older song for me, obviously it'd be new to everyone else. Never made it on a record. You know, in our past, we have songs that just, for whatever reason, don't make it on. And I'll play that. That's about abuse, about emotional abuse. And as you get older, for those who are younger, you don't realize this as much, but as you get older, you can deliver more damage emotionally, to a person than you can physically.
Oh, yeah.
And this will be what that's about. I'm secretly hoping some young lady will pick up this song and record it and make it happen. Just make it great and get the message across.
That would be cool.
That would be great. And I think it's a well-written it's a well-written song also. And then I'm going to go ahead and do a song called Colleen, Texas, which you've heard before. I played a lot in my shows. Colleen, we used to, it's a gem by Steve Oakley. Semi-collaborated, mostly him. We were sitting at a bar and our friend told us his life story, how he moved to Colleen. And we wrote it on napkins, and a week later we had a song. And I put that into my set, and I'll play that for you too. It's about moving to Texas to find a better life in Texas.
That's great.
And the last song will be Ray of Hope. Ray of Hope is the linchpin, or I guess it's the backbone of my set. Right now it's the best song I play. It's the hottest song, and it'll be the title track of the record. So that's just got to find the right people to record with. I have a bass player. I would like to find a hot drummer, although I've had my eyes on the gentleman who plays for Mojo Frankenstein, plays up here sometimes in Denton. He's a great, Chris Bavler, fantastic drummer. I just have to talk him into it.
Yeah.
And then if I get the three-piece, then I can layer stuff on top of it as I see fit. So I'll play those four.
Well, I appreciate you coming down and look forward to hearing your music. Thank you so much.
I appreciate you having me. It's a pleasure. Thank you very much, Mike.
And thank you all for checking out the show, and please stay tuned to check out some great music by Rodger Delany.
She dressed as Santa and danced by the fire, unspoken beauty, unending desire. More than just lovers, more than just friends. I held her closely and said, it's alright to love. It's alright to love. It's alright to love. Christmas again. Sometimes a heart is so broken, the pieces can never be found. It seems like your life is over, when suddenly your peace is found. She ran away from the life that she knew, lost and alone and a little confused. She had to run, for she just couldn't stay. I held her hand and I said again, it's alright to love. It's alright to love. It's alright to love. Christmas again. Sometimes I don't see her sadness, a tear for everything gone wrong. A life that's painted so perfect, in a moment, it's all gone. She dressed as Santa and danced by the fire, unspoken beauty, unending desire. We were more than just lovers, more than just friends. I held her closely and said again, it's alright to love. It's alright to love. It's alright to love. Christmas again. Little song about Texas. I get so high, I Hi, Mike. This is Ray Hope.